So now I'm going to work on shaping the interior. It's a little hard to see on the camera. There's a little bit of a bump here, an unevenness. That's pretty normal to find when you've thrown your bowl shape. But we want that interior shape to be even, and in this case I'm making a bowl, so I want that to be curved. So what I'm going to do is take my metal rib, make sure it's sort of clean, and I'm going to take this curved part and use that curve. Remember, this is a flexible rib, so I'm going to use that curve to create a curved shape there. Basically, the clay is spinning this way, right? So the rib is going to stay put while the clay spins into it, and I'll be pressing this rib against the floor. This is always one that scares people when they're starting out. They don't want to catch the rib in the side of the pot. And you can, people sometimes catch this corner in the edge of the pot. But as long as you allow yourself to stay over on the right side of the wheel, I say about 3 o'clock if you're looking at the wheel, wheel as a clock face, the wheel head as a clock face. Right about 3 o'clock, I sometimes come up to about 2 o'clock right there. You can also bring this rib all the way up the side, and you can curve this rib so that it traces that exterior shape. Some people even throw using the rib to get their shaping. So that's all I've done there to shape it. Just a little bit of pressure on that rib. Takes practice, but once you figure it out, it makes for much nicer looking bowls. I'm also going to use a damp chamois, and I'm going to drag it over that rib. Now I'm not pushing down because that tends to make a rib fall, particularly a weak rib fall, but I'm going to fold it over, and that gives it a smooth sort of shape. Other tricks you can do, I'm going to take and bend my rim out a little bit. You can use a rib or your finger to create a more intentional kind of edge there. Some people use the wooden rib or have a variety of special ribs that they use, and that's perfectly fine as long as you keep that edge nice and smooth. So as I stop this, it looks like I've got a couple of bumps there from my not so great clay. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy off of here. I'm going to take my wooden knife, use the blade of it to cut in under here. Hopefully it's still visible on the camera. I'm going to cut in at an angle there and then scrape away this extra clay. Now it's most important that you cut this, it doesn't, I scraped it away in 2 quick scrapes, but it's more important that you cut it evenly. You can take your time scraping it as you get the hang of it. A lot of things on the wheel, the more time you spend practicing them, the more natural they become. So as your instructor, I've been doing this for a long time and throwing for maybe 10 years. And so some of these things that are very natural to me, you'll have to practice to get the timing down. I've put that on to put water